lying to me about your weight.
I thought, no, don't be savage, but I guess he got more savageness in him.
We start with Joyce from season 8, who made excuse after excuse for not losing weight before Dr. Now finally had enough of her. Joyce was someone who you'd think would move mountains in order to lose weight, after she revealed she hadn't left the house in over 3 years.
When I wake up in the morning, my first thoughts are a combination of disgust at how my life is now, and shock that I was even able to make it to another day.
It's pretty shocking.
Not moving out the house in 3 years, cause that's crazy.
And to listen to someone be surprised they survived the night, and it's even more shocking that
there's
the
no
first
way
thing
she survived the
when
night.
she wakes up is food. Because she lives in Kansas, she needs to travel through the night to get to Dr. Now's office in Houston, and her condition when she gets there is pretty concerning. But she only has one thing on her mind.
The good news is you don't sound like you're in any sort of restaurant failure right now. Any other issues bothering you?
Yeah, I'm a little hungry. I didn't eat all day.
But okay.
Maybe more than 3 years, Dr. Now.
All right.
More than 3 years.
That, right?
Yes, I do.
If you know that, then why you like that?
Dr. Now is straight at the point with shutting her down, and although he's laughing along with her, he is serious, and she's probably eaten 20 times.
Yeah, he don't want to tell her what he really think about her weight.
Times more each day than she should have been, and it's no laughing matter how close to death she is. So Dr. Now gives her the goal of not only losing weight, but also to move around. However, 2 months into the program, Joyce...
I hate people that are that weight. If you that big, sometimes deep down, you feel miserable inside, but then outside you feel like, oh, you're this complicated person and everything is going great for you.
Has made no progress, much to the concern of Dr. Now.
No progress?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing okay. So you're still not
Why is she still the same weight?
Therapy? Why is that?
I really am trying, but my breathing is still a struggle. And sometimes with physical therapy, it gets a little... You know.
Get short-winded.
Why? Why are you lying?
Getting you to lose
You're deaf. No. Now she lying. She lying straight in Dr. Now's face, and Dr. Now not taking it.
You have to cooperate with us to do your exercises so we can make the same progress with your stamina that we have made with your weight.
I really am trying, Dr. Now.
Despite Joyce claiming that she really is trying,
Dr. Now can tell you're not trying.
As the months roll by, despite losing 200 pounds in hospital, everything changes when she gets back home, and she misses her schedule.
When people get back home, they go right back to their old ways. But then when they get to a hospital, they want to change, want to push through their mental health. Like, why you can't do that when you're at the hospital?
Appointment with Dr. Now because she can barely leave the house.
So what's going on?
Oh my God!
Miss your appointment?
I've had some transportation issues, as you know. So I've been trying to figure out how to get there.
That can be one issue.
It was just too expensive for me to afford to go that way.
Joyce should have lost enough weight to be able to get to Dr. Now in a normal car without needing an ambulance.
But you lose a couple of pounds or so,
has
you
a
got
pretty
enough
sorry excuse for
movement
why she's not doing so, which Dr. Now isn't having any of.
So what's going on with your eating habit?
I am still following the calories, but I think I'm gonna have to take in a lot less calories than 1,200 to make any difference.
Too much. You're eating 5 to 6 times what you should be right now. And that food is more important than saving your life.
And you're trying to eat more of the unhealthy food.
It's been a struggle for me to figure out
you need to eat less of the
calories
unhealthy
I need to get it off
and
faster.
more of the healthy
I mean,
food.
like all home cooked, low fat, low carb, high protein food.
She definitely delusional. There's something messed up in her head. I don't think she understands what Dr. Now trying to get into her, because how are you still the same weight and you don't even look like you did any progress at all?
Really not the case, because you look like you have gained.
No, that's not true. I have lost weight.
No.
You know, my clothes fit better, and it's easier for me to sit up than it was when I left the hospital.
Dr. Now's glare at Joyce as she tries to lie directly to his face is amazing, because he knows that she is literally just blabbering on and blaming everyone but herself. And Dr. Now is about to quickly shut her down as she makes an absolutely outrageous claim.
So I know I'm making progress, but I may not have lost the amount of weight that I should be losing. But that's because I think the diet is wrong, and 1,200 calories is still too much.
Wow.
Damn. If you believe that.
Damn.
Because you feel
Dr. Now, I expect you to be that savage.
Right now, and I can tell you have gained. The only question is how much, and that's why it's important we see you immediately.
So after calling Joyce delusional straight to her face,
Wow.
Dr. Now calls her in for an appointment within 48 hours. Otherwise, she's kicked off the program. And when Joyce does make it to the...
Wait, isn't she the third person kick out the program? Or there more people kick out the program? I don't even know, it's been so long since I watched this.
office, she will have probably wished she stayed at home. Joyce weighs in at 611 pounds, which is a weight gain of 58 pounds. And after giving her one more chance to lose weight, which she fails at, he kicks her off the program for good. Now, although Joyce was delusional, the next patient was downright disgusting, as Stephen Asante was firmly put in his place by Dr. Now. Dr. Now has had countless run-ins with Stephen, who is by far and away the most infamous person to ever feature in My 600 Pound Life. From telling him that people are throwing up because he smells so bad.
What is going on with your personal hygiene? You heard of something called soap and water?
Yeah, it's...
I have a couple of people back there.
Yeah, you don't know nothing about soap and water? Like, a lot of people that be on the show and actually his weight, I be seeing them actually use soap and water. So for him to not be able to use soap and water, it messed up.
And puking from the smell that you have.
And even calling the police on Stephen after he was acting like a massive baby in hospital.
What are they doing? They calling the ambulance?
You a man. Why are you acting like a kid?
So who's gonna take me home?
Dr. Now I'm not your
So what am I
father.
gonna do? This is gonna be another story in the press? I am already in the press. So if I call and tell them what's going on right now, it's gonna be a whole nother story in the news. That's gonna be worldwide, guaranteed. I want the news number now, because I'm not gonna be stuck here. They're gonna threaten me and tell me the ambulance is not authorized to pick me up.
His motivation.
I want the number then.
And why?
So you want to go to jail?
You don't gotta act like this.
No, sir. But they
I'm
are.
gonna put you in jail if you raise your voice for and in here.
Damn.
If you don't behave, call the police.
Dr. Now, that's savage.
Security down here.
I'm not entirely sure why Stephen even joined the program, to be honest. He made zero effort throughout his entire journey.
He did make zero effort, and I don't see why he thought that Dr. Now was going to save him if he wasn't going to put in the work for it.
And was enabled throughout by his father. But one of Dr. Now's best moments came from a place of real concern. After Dr. Now forced Stephen to stop playing the clown and made him look at himself in the mirror, even comparing him to a zoo animal. Before that though, Dr. Now confronts Stephen about his drug abuse after he revealed how many prescriptions of strong painkillers he'd received.
Let me just give you something. This is a prescription.
Why are you about to give him a prescription? And don't tell me it's about to be a prescription for painkillers.
Monitoring program with state of Texas. You receive 39 prescriptions from 17 different doctors. And that ring a bell?
Well, obviously I can see it on the paper. It can't be a lie.
Then you go to the next page. You have received Tylenol and codeine, 259 tablets. You have received tramadol, 1,045 tablets. Hydrocodone, 970 tablets.
You good?
In the state of Texas. If you have a prescription from any other doctor than one doctor, we are not allowed to.
Dude, this is not right. Is his mind actually functioning right? Is he thinking straight on what he is doing to his body?
Prescribe a pain medication. So this is the end of it.
I don't think he understands the consequence
privileges to be admitted.
Of his
actions
and
and
consequence of his body.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. I want to leave.
So after Dr. Now shone a light on Stephen's drug,
people can be that size. I can't even eat that much food. And I don't know how people can sit there and eat so much food in a 1 day period.
Which led to Stephen clearly being upset and wanting to leave. He wasn't done yet and refused to let Stephen leave before forcing him to look at what he'd done to himself.
Well, he got to prove that he don't want to be here.
I feel uncomfortable.
I feel uncomfortable. I want you to come with me. Let's go down
we feel that you're comfortable.
Where?
Right? Uncomfortable?
Just walk with me. I'm going to show you something.
Okay. Make me walk.
Now, stand over here and look at that mirror.
Why?
Oh, Dr. Now. This is a savage thing any doctor should have never done. I see why it's called Dr. Now Savage moment.
Look at yourself.
Or something like that.
Look at what you have done to your body. Tell me, what do you see?
A big failure.
Yeah.
You're not looking at yourself. Come on.
You're not looking. See,
at yourself.
you know you're a failure.
You see yourself there?
Because you're not putting that work. You're not trying to improve yourself.
You're looking after yourself. You see what you really need to see?
Yeah, I don't want to look at
what you really need to
look
improve
at your body. Look at your stomach.
The outside of your body.
It wasn't hanging that far.
Even though you think you did everything right inside, the outside, you're definitely not doing anything right.
Now it's hanging all down. Look at your leg, swollen, red, lymphedema in both of them. Looks like an elephant's leg. It doesn't look human.
It looks like the size of an elephant.
Dr. Now comparing Stephen's leg to an elephant's is harsh, but it is shockingly accurate.
Stephen looks like
he's on the verge of tears as Dr. Now is tearing into him and telling him body part by body part how he is destroying his body. And the best part of it is that he's 100% correct too, and is just trying to wake Stephen up to the damage he's doing. And surprisingly, this sort of works, because Stephen immediately goes home and pours out all of his sugary drinks from the fridge. However, this motivation doesn't last long, as Stephen's story fails miserably, as he consistently fails to lose any weight and gets kicked off the program for good.
How do you start off perfect, and then throughout the whole period, you just fail? What in your mind made you do that, Stephen?
Similar to Angela too, who also got kicked off the program, and Dr. Now called her delusional straight to her face.
But
Angela's story is one of the most frustrating and annoying to watch in the series, just because of how deluded she is and how deeply set in the victim mentality she is. She starts out in Ohio with her weight unknown and needing an oxygen tube 24/7 because she feels like she will...
Oxygen tube? This is the first time I've ever seen someone on the show ask you an oxygen tube.
Suffocate without it. The first thing we hear her say in her episode is her shifting the blame of her weight onto someone else, which really sets the tone of how the rest of her episode goes.
When I first opened my eyes, the very first thing I think of every single morning
and blame her damn self. She want to blame other people for the way she is.
Keeping me going. Because every single day of my life is an absolute nightmare.
Thankfully, she can look after herself and her young cousin, who Angela supposedly looks after, doesn't have to take care of her yet. Angela consistently claims that she can't do anything about her weight and questions why God has put her in this position. Again, just showing the victim mentality that she lives in. Unfortunately, God isn't going to save her, but she will get the next best thing, as Dr. Now is going to try and save her from eating herself to death before it's too late. But Angela's attitude throughout shows that she maybe doesn't want to be saved. On the way to see Dr. Now, when she's literally 2 hours away, Angela stops through a drive-thru, which isn't exactly the best thing to do when you're about to be weighed in. Angela estimates she's...
Angela's not the only person who do that. I've seen so many people on my 600-pound life always had to stop through a drive-thru before going to their hotel or see Dr. Now, and like, why? Like, I can see you get like ice and so it's something like that. Probably get like the lower calorie on the menu, but why stop to a fast food restaurant? If you about to lose weight, don't eat any fast food, unhealthy food before going to see Dr. Now.
Is around 550 pounds, but she gets a massive shock when she sees her real weight.
Shock.
And I'm about to find out what I weigh. I just hope it's not a huge number. I'm shocked. I thought it was going to be like in the 700 something, 600
but 600 is pretty bad.
And I'm over it. It absolutely scares me to death.
And there's another massive shock to come, as Dr. Now reveals that Angela has already had weight loss surgery before, which she just ate straight through, and the doctor isn't happy with her excuses.
I already had weight loss surgery in 2002.
That someone had weight loss surgery
at that time, how much you weighed?
Messed it up, and now going back to it again.
You were 375?
Yes.
Well, you obviously
she could actually get down to like 2 something. She kept going and keep going. All loose skin will turn to fat and probably muscle and bone. She probably might beat my ass.
She didn't follow through. You didn't stop there. You go all the way to over 600 pounds. So,
unfortunately,
how did that happen? Tell me what's going on with your eating habits.
Just eating. Just I eat and
Basically, I think feeling sorry for myself because I can't move around. I used lymphedema as an excuse on my leg. So when I started not moving around, I just
don't tell me she's using other excuses.
And I eat a lot of it.
So you just like eating lunch,
she can't
do
certain things
and can't move. 3 different excuses that all have nothing to do with why you're over 600 pounds.
Yeah,
especially
none of the
since the
excuses have
doesn't
anything to
develop
do with
until
your
you
having
gain significant
anything
amount
like
of weight. So none of that make any sense.
But obviously the doctor is willing to give her a chance to have surgery again because he took her as a patient. But Angela, once again, makes every excuse under the sun.
When I got that surgery, I had like so many life changes happen. My husband leave me. I lost all that weight and all of a sudden people paying attention to me. I was running a business. In 1 year, I was bombarded. And basically, I didn't have no control.
This is just more excuses because you're saying you went back to overeating because life got harder and so.
What? Because life got harder and easier for you? So you just say, damn, I can't do this. Let me go back to eating.
That's part of life. So I still have the same question. What's going to be any different this time if you have weight loss surgery?
Obviously, Dr. Now shut her down again, but the meeting at least finishes with a positive. Dr. Now tells her to lose weight to save her life, putting her on a 1200 calorie diet and telling her to exercise for 1 hour a day, with the ultimate goal of losing 40 pounds in 2 months. And I can't lie, this is a really easy goal, but it seems like the doctor knows how tough it's going to be for Angela to change her attitude. She travels home to Ohio to start her diet. However, she misses her first appointment, giving the excuse that she doesn't want to travel and be away from her family. But I think we all know the real reason. She tells the cameras that she shouldn't have to move all the way to Houston to have surgery. And
I've seen a lot of people stop doing the program, but then they end up actually losing the weight after not going and doing their program.
Dr. Now should make special allowances for her for some reason, and Dr. Now clearly isn't happy about that.
I'm doing good. Thank you for taking my call.
Well, what's going on with you? Because it's been over 3 months since I saw you, and you haven't been by for your second appointment. So what's going on?
I'm having problems trying to find a place to live there, and a lot of hesitation in regards to moving.
Hold on, Angela. You haven't even been back to show me you hit the goal I gave you.
And you've never been back. So you didn't prove nothing to Dr. Now. What did you prove to Dr. Now that you actually doing this?
Is important enough for you, and whether
you want to be part of the program or you don't want to be part of the program.
I do want to be part of the program.
Well, if you want to be part of the program, you need to keep your appointment.
If you want to be a part of the obesity program like this, you gotta prove to Dr. Now that you actually trying. If you're not proving to him that you're trying, then what can he do for you?
That you show up.
Instead of doing whatever you want, because you're not doing this on your timetable, that's not how it works.
It's really not.
40 pounds in 2 months. Yeah, it's a very easy goal, but not over 3 months. If you're actually sticking to that for that long, I would expect to see more progress to prove to me.
I don't understand why she's not paying attention to what Dr. Now is saying. They're like, they're going in one ear and then going out the other ear, and she's not giving up what he's saying.
So, do you be able to go somewhere to weigh yourself?
How do you know what your weight is?
Not that I know what my weight is, but I can now fit in my van. I now don't sit in my bed. I now go walk, and I don't sit in my house. We go out and leave the house every day, and I wasn't able to do that. Now I can.
So you're guessing
I don't think she actually telling the truth.
Tell that without knowing your weight, but if you're confident you make that much progress,
why couldn't you come and see us?
Angela just guessed she lost 70 pounds because she felt like it. Dr. Now was annoyed with Angela, but gave her the benefit of the doubt. However, after she continues to dodge his calls and pretty much just waste his time, he has a final talk with her, which leads to one of the most savage calls on the show.
Don't look like you have lost any weight, so you keep making excuses and not coming down here because you're not serious about it.
Okay, you say I don't look like I've lost any weight, but I feel like I've lost a lot of weight.
I think this is another line
sure.
you keep telling everyone.
You can say you feel like you lost weight, but do you weigh yourself? Do you actually telling him your actual weight?
They don't show up for an appointment is because they haven't lost weight. And you're not any different than anybody else. And every time you miss your appointment, we haven't heard from you.
Did she giggle? Are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
And you haven't called, so you're avoiding us. And the reason for that is right now I think you're buying time. Because what of the delusion you have convinced yourself of is that you're going to do it eventually. But eventually it never comes. And then one day your body gives out and that'll be it for you. So the real reason is not all these other excuses you give in. It is that you're playing games and trying to manipulate me in your situation.
That's not the reason whatsoever. That's
what the reason?
My excuse whatsoever. I've been on your diet since I left.
And despite this massive rant at Angela, he wasn't done yet and continued to tear into her and her absolutely awful attitude.
Wait, is that you have to do something about it. You have to do it. And you need to decide if you want to do that now. Because I'm giving you one more week to come back down so I can see if you're making progress or not. But if you're going to keep making excuses and try to avoid me, then I don't need to waste my time. And this is not going to work for you.
You said you want me to come in a week. So when I come in a week and you see that I have lost 120 pounds, then you'll see that I am serious and I have been serious. I am not like others. I'm not coming because I'm not losing weight. So I hope that you see I'm not lying when I get there.
Here lying. Prove to us that we the one lying and we're stupid.
So you're saying you lost another 50 pounds since then?
Yes, sir.
And how come you don't look like it and you're still on oxygen?
I don't.
Dr. Now trying to hold it in because he don't want to tell her that she didn't look like she lost any weight. And it's easy to tell that she didn't lose nothing.
No, sir. But I have been following my diet and I'm doing great.
Angela, you're more delusional than I thought. If you still think you can manipulate.
When it comes to this program,
you're more savage.
And lying to me about your weight.
I thought don't be savage, but I guess he got more savageness in him.
If you want to do this and save your life,
come back down here and show me where your weight is at.
Dr. Now telling Angela she isn't special. She'll be the perfect wake-up call that she needs to get in shape or get kicked off the program. But unfortunately, she didn't listen. And not long after her episode aired, Angela died due to an obesity-related illness. And although Angela didn't lose...
Oh, Angela. Damn. Dr. Now trying to help you. Dr. Now trying to help you and you just couldn't put down the food.
Wait in time.
I'm glad I'm not
Aaron did,
anything.
but it wasn't without a kick up the arse from Dr. Now. Aaron featured in season 7 of the show, living in Texas, and is just 30 years old at the time of his episode. Without sounding too harsh, he lives an absolutely miserable existence, with the longest walk of the day being to his bathroom.
Right?
I dread waking up in the morning because it means I have to face my life for another day. Life is pure torture because I'm in so much pain from all my weight pulling down on my body.
From his episode, he does sound like a kind-hearted man, with his determination to wash himself because he wants to keep what shred of dignity he has left. Aaron lives as a caregiver with his very elderly father, who is a Vietnam War veteran, but it seems like the roles are reversed sometimes, because Aaron can't do basic things like go to the supermarket for his dad, instead just driving his dad there to do the shopping for him.
I don't say a thing to him about it.
Somebody in my family with obesity and big like that, I'll definitely stop them from eating unhealthy. If you can't do that, then I'm going home. You can die all you want, because I can't help you after that.
The thing he wants to do is argue with his 30-year-old son about food. Thankfully, it wouldn't be his dad who Aaron argues about food with Dr. Now agreeing to help with Aaron's weight loss. Despite Aaron living in Texas, he's still an almost 3-hour drive away from the doctor, but thankfully his sister agrees to take him, but not without a quick stop along the way. When he gets to the office, his weight is revealed to be 718 pounds, which is just absolutely mind-blowing, considering how young and how mobile he is.
Before she started out.
Yes, sir. And you weighed 718 pounds. That's extremely high. So, what's going on?
Have y'all ever seen someone on the show ask you 1,000 pounds.
They don't have no excuse. Just
we're not asking for excuses. We're asking what's going on.
What
I have a lot of emotional eating issues.
Okay.
Emotional.
It all started when I was in school, so being picked on and bullied because of my size, and I would always just go to food for comfort.
Food can't be a comfort zone. Hate that so many people in this video are going through food for comfort. Food to start with the trauma, the bullying that they deserve.
And it just progressed from there.
That doesn't make any sense. If you were picked on in school for your size, then you were already overweight. So how can you blame that
you
for
are
your
overweight?
Well, food was what helped me with just anything emotional that would happen to me in my life. Any deaths, like my grandmother
died. So anything emotional happened to you, you just say, damn, I gotta get some food in my belly. And then
so
boom.
It sounds like any excuse you could find, you would when did you notice your weight was a problem?
I didn't really notice it until I was in middle school, where I couldn't fit in the regular desk chairs.
Oh,
and you decided
so you know that your weight was a problem.
All right.
But
Dr.
you
Now's
still
already been pretty
continue.
harsh with him, asking him why he'd continue to overeat if he couldn't fit into the chairs at school. But Dr. Now still takes Aaron as a patient.
I want to know
large goal of
why
losing 120
pounds
pounds over 2 months. But as Aaron gets home, disaster happens, as his dad suffers a major heart attack. The worst part is, because Aaron is so big, he can't even go to the hospital with his dad, who might not make it. Honestly, this should be a major wake-up call to change your life around. The idea that you can't sit and be with your father who might die, all because you can't stop eating, should be...
I agree with him. That should have been a big wake-up call right there to say, damn, my father could have easily died tonight. And I can't even be there to comfort him before he actually died because of my weight.
Major catalyst in changing your life. Thankfully, Aaron's dad does survive the heart attack. And understandably, this delays Aaron's follow-up with Dr. Now. And instead of being weighed at the 2-month mark, it isn't until the 3 months into the program that he gets weighed. When he finally steps onto the scales though, the amount of weight he's lost in that time is unbelievable.
The last time I was here, I was
I'm happy for him.
That was 3 months ago, because I had to take an extra month with everything that happened with my dad. So if I made it to my goal today, it'll mean I'm at least below 598. That number is extremely disappointing to see. It's a loss, but not nearly what I thought it would be.
But
I think disappointing is a bit of an understatement, and Dr. Now agrees, as he shuts down Aaron's poor excuses.
Last time I saw you were
why, but that's still
and you were supposed to lose
good.
120
That's still
pounds.
still motivate you
It's
to
been
try
3
to
months,
lose
but today
more
you're
weight.
696.
Even though you're not
You only lost 22
on the
pounds
birth
in 2
of the
months.
surgery.
I'm struggling a little bit with what happened to my father. It was hard for me to deal with. And once he was recovering, I've been sticking to my diet as much as possible. I mean, I still have a little bit of problems with eating certain things like peanut butter. I'm having a hard time staying with peanut butter.
What do you mean, peanut butter?
Peanut butter on bread. It's just something that I like eating.
Peanut butter on bread is not what kept you from losing weight.
Bread.
Your excuses there. I'm sorry.
I've seen an app on Instagram that when you take like a picture of it, you can actually scan and see how many calories it got and see how much calorie you actually need to put in your body.
That to do what you're supposed to. But you didn't. What is with that?
I don't know, sir.
What do you mean you don't know? You know exactly. You don't want to do the work. And you want to blame everything else for why you're not doing it. What's the point of that?
Why?
Like,
he
Aaron is clearly shell-shocked by the barrage that Dr. Now is sending his way, because he's just left speechless. And Aaron might have expected it to end there, but Dr. Now is ruthless and carries on his assault.
You want us to do something for you to lose weight, but you continue doing whatever you were doing before?
If you if they keep on doing what they want to do, it'll be hard for Dr. Now to actually prove them and help them to the surgery.
How is that going to happen? How?
I'm going to change. I really am. I'm trying.
When are you going to change?
When?
I'm in the process of changing, sir. I really am.
Process? What we've given you
you're not in the process of changing.
You either take it or you don't. The choice is up to you. You got it?
It is up to you.
You know, for you to maintain weight of 696 pounds, you're still eating
what the
10,000
actual weight
calories a
he
day.
actually
That's
got
not
to be
trying.
at? I hear maximum weight.
So I forgot what the actual max weight gotta be at. If you want to do this, then lose that weight. If you don't, then we don't need to waste more time playing games with you.
Bro, Dr. Now is so savage. Because he's saying is, if you really want to get this surgery and actually lose all that weight, then you have to double down and try 10 times harder than ever. And no matter how difficult it is, keep pushing. Because you keep going, you're going to end up losing all that weight.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
I love how straight to the point Dr. Now is. He doesn't lose his temper, he doesn't scream, he just lays out the facts as they are with a clear message. That if you don't stop eating, you're going to die. And thankfully, this worked. As Aaron ended up losing
really
an absolutely insane amount of weight.
Dr. Now tried that with
Angela. End without tragedy.
And Angela
unfortunately, his father did end up passing away. But on the bright side, he did see his son finally lose over 300 pounds and get his life back on track. Now, just like Aaron, Margaret also had an enabler mother too. But unlike Aaron, Margaret's mother seemed to want to keep her daughter immobile. Now, if you're a subscriber of the channel, which 85% of you aren't, by the way, so if you're in that 85%, maybe think about subscribing now. But if you are subscribed, you'll 100% know Margaret, as I crowned her as the biggest baby ever on my £600 life. I think that was pretty justified. At 35 years old, 5'4" in height, and an absolutely insane 750 pounds, her episode starts a little bit differently to others, as Margaret actually starts her episode in hospital with Dr. Now, after a bad fall puts her there. Dr. Now questions how she got so fat, and Margaret gives the most childish excuse for her weight, saying that food pacifies her, like a baby with a dummy.
Who takes care of you at home?
My mom.
So your mom has any weight problem?
She had the gastric bypass.
So she had gastric bypass. Why is she providing you too much food and keep you at this weight?
Because it's easier not to fight me and just pacify me.
So if she doesn't bring it to you,
What? What
happened?
I get mad at her and I tell her that she doesn't love me.
Okay, and so what do you think is going to happen to you if you continue that?
I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Margaret saying she throws stuff when she doesn't get fed is literally like a baby throwing toys out of the pram, and her immature attitude will be present throughout the episode, with her constantly lying and chatting back to Dr. Now, who eventually loses his temper completely with her. Margaret's weight loss was doomed from the start, really, and she was only on the show out of necessity, as neither her or her mother really wanted her to lose weight,
but that part the only
the diet at home, and even trying to send the physios away who came to help her. Even though she did lose 120 pounds in the first weigh-in, her second weigh-in, she didn't lose anything. Margaret's mother tried to play it off like it was a big mystery, but we all know the truth of how you gain weight, and so...
Yeah, we all know.
I'm disappointed.
Well, what do you mean you disappointed?
We all know how these people gain weight. They gain weight by the people that really constantly give them whatever.
Pointed.
Because I thought I would lose more than what I've lost.
Well, if you were doing your part, you would have lost 50 pounds.
Yeah, if you were doing your part, and
so
you kept going,
like
you could lose all that weight.
And you're not fully cooperating with PT. You refuse to do psychotherapy.
Really
so
not?
This isn't good, but you're still 626 pounds. Damn, today's
she's still in the 600 pounds. And it don't look like she lost
both
anything.
of you went back to your old habits.
What we did wrong. Still eating the same way.
You did wrong.
Yesterday she didn't
hold on right there.
We can tell by the scale. She's still in the same weight category. And it don't look like she's losing that weight to get out that category.
Okay?
Overeating.
Just hold on. Like you don't know what is going on. There's a simple
It's really not.
Eating too much, you're not going to lose weight. It's very hard to understand that she's eating 4 times what she should be eating. So why are we overeating in a...
And she about to cry? You're a grown woman. And you about to cry like you're literally a 4-month-old baby.
Playing like we don't know what's going on.
But she didn't overeat. She's still eating.
You want to argue that with the scale? Don't argue with me.
But she
argue that with the scale.
She couldn't
How
overeat.
stupid you gotta be! You can see it right there!
It's the same as I've always given her. The only thing that we know...
Now, I understand. The mother is 10 times worse than the fucking daughter. The mother don't even see what she's doing to her own daughter.
And different is she quit eating the vinaigrette and ate dressing.
She eat a gallon of honey mustard?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how much she put on her salad. But I can tell you that's the only difference.
It's hilarious seeing them trying to make excuses, like having the honey mustard on her salad.
Funny.
And Dr. Now just telling her that that's an absolutely ridiculous excuse. Eventually, by some divine miracle, Margaret does actually get approved for weight loss surgery, which is carried out successfully. However, just like earlier, she refuses to partake in any physical activity.
She wasn't cooperating with her PT.
She thought once she got the surgery would lose all the weight for her. But in reality, the surgery is just a start-up for you. You have to do all the hard work after the fucking surgery. Oh my god. My head hurt right now.
First 3 weeks. But we have got her at least occasionally doing some exercises. But she mostly just throws fits and tantrums. Tries to manipulate for pain medicine. Sleep all day and does nothing, and wants her mom to come take care of her. Things still not looking very optimistic with her yet.
And just from his voiceover, Dr. Now sounds like he's already getting tired of Margaret. And this was going to be proven very soon, as despite numerous attempts to get her out of bed and moving, which is really important after surgery, Margaret consistently ignores the doctors, which leads to Dr. Now giving her a stern reality check.
All the things indicate that you don't want to get better, you don't want to walk, you don't want to lose any weight, and you want to get pain medicine and all kind of narcotic and stay in the bed. So why are you doing all this? What do you mean by?
What?
Okay, it's not arguing. Just answer the question.
I'm done talking.
You what?
I'm done talking.
Well, you're not gonna talk
Bro,
because
answer
you
the
don't
damn
wanna
question.
Admit it.
Oh,
There's a reason. Admit it.
Just answer the question and talk.
Answer the question.
And don't lie about it.
I have nothing to answer.
Yeah, you have a lot to answer.
No, I don't.
Yes,
we
you
did
do.
the
Yes,
weight loss
you do.
surgery on you.
We can sit here all we want.
Yep.
This is not
and
in here
wait
to sit down
until
and
you answer that
manipulate
damn
everything
question.
and get everything you want. You're abusing the system, and this is not the way that you're gonna scream and cry. And
Yeah, she abusing the damn system. She using surgery to lose everything for her. And then she think, oh, if I get the surgery, I can lose all that weight without doing the exercise.
your way out of it. That is not the solution for your problem right now. So, are you going to change or do you want to continue what you're doing right now? Be honest about it. Don't lie about it. If you want to stay in bed and eat yourself to death and not walk and let everybody leave your home and not do physical therapy, say so.
Margaret continues to ignore the doctor, who, remember, does genuinely have the best intentions at heart for Margaret, and she decides to embarrass herself further by crying and calling her mother on the phone after Dr. Now continues to tear her apart.
Look, I'm not dealing with this.
What are you crying because you want to manipulate people to agree?
Okay, I've been able to the system. I did it all.
Thank goodness, that's all you had to say.
I'm not dealing with this.
Margaret, you may be able to manipulate other people to get what you want.
Yeah, you can manipulate other people. Manipulate your mom.
We did the
anybody in your family, but you can't manipulate Dr. Now. When Dr. Now gets into savage mode,
after a month, you stop
it's over.
Everything.
It's over when Dr. Now gets to that savage mode.
Stay in the bed and not walk, and you haven't lost any weight. Which part of that is not true?
Come get me now. Come get me now. Yes, I don't care.
Yo, if that video was wild, you haven't seen anything yet. I put my funniest reaction right here in this playlist, and YouTube thinks you will love this special video next. Click one of those, hit the sub button if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.